For decades, this African nation was buried beneath the weight of silence, its people forgotten, its roads broken, its future dim. But one man, armed with vision and a mission to awaken his homeland, has sparked a revolution unlike any the world has seen, a revolution not of guns but of grit, a silent uprising built not on protest but on pavement. This is not just a story. This is a resurrection. Welcome to Explore Unknown, where hidden histories, untold revolutions, and the secrets of nations come alive. If you crave the truth buried beneath the headlines, if you seek stories that most dare not tell, you've arrived at the right place. Subscribe now and journey with us into the unknown. In today's deep dive, we uncover the incredible transformation of Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in the heart of West Africa. Once paralyzed by poverty, instability, and broken infrastructure, this nation is now racing toward rebirth, led by a leader who dares to challenge the world's expectations. This is the story of President Ibrahim Traoré, the bold visionary behind the Faso Meboa initiative, a grassroots infrastructure revolution that could become a blueprint for Africa's future. Over the next hour, you'll discover why roads mean more than just roads in Africa, how forgotten farmers are turning into self-reliant entrepreneurs, the mysterious rise of a young revolutionary soldier, and why some believe this humble nation could shake the very foundations of global geopolitics. Buckle up, because what you're about to witness isn't just development, it's destiny. He was not born into a dynasty. He did not rise through politics. He did not promise wealth or fame or power. What he promised, Ibrahim Traoré, a quiet name once unknown to the world, suddenly echoed through the streets of Ouagadougou, not as a politician, but as a soldier of the people. A man forged, not in palaces, but in the dust and danger of the battlefield. In a country choked by corruption, extremist violence, and economic collapse, Traoré emerged not with a grand speech, but with action. In September 2022, at just 34 years old, he led a military coup that ousted a failing government. But unlike others before him, he didn't seize power to preserve it. He seized it to rebuild trust. Most leaders come into power with polished suits and international applause. Ibrahim Traoré came in wearing fatigues and standing beside everyday soldiers. No celebrity endorsements, no IMF handshakes, just one burning mission: to return Burkina Faso to its people. His speeches weren't theatrical, they were raw. He spoke of dignity, of self-reliance, of a future where Burkina Faso would no longer beg foreign powers to solve African problems. "We will build our nation with our own hands," he said, 1 kilometer of road at a time. For the youth, he became a symbol of hope. For the farmers, he became a promise of roads. For the forgotten, he became remembered. In the heart of West Africa, where the sun scorches the red earth and the winds carry whispers of ancient kingdoms, lies a land called Burkina Faso, a land whose name means the land of upright people. But for generations, its people have walked bent under the weight of broken promises, colonial scars, and a cruel kind of silence, the silence of the world ignoring their cries for help. Long before modern borders were drawn by foreign hands, this region was home to proud warrior civilizations, the Mossy kingdoms, guardians of their people and culture. But colonialism fractured the spine of their strength. The French came. They carved roads to extract, not to connect. They built cities to control, not to empower. And when they left behind cracked institutions, empty vaults, and crumbling roads that led to nowhere. In Burkina Faso, infrastructure was not just poor, it was absent. No highways to link farmers to markets, no electricity to power dreams, no clean water to quench hope. Life in rural villages remained locked in a cruel cycle: work hard, harvest crops, and then watch them rot before reaching the market. Children walked for hours through heat and mud just to get to school, if there was a school at all. For decades, Burkina Faso was trapped not by fate, but by neglect. While the world spoke of development, Burkina Faso lived in slow-motion decay. And for the youth, there were only 2 roads, one leading to migration, the other to militancy. With no jobs, no voice, and no future, thousands were seduced by extremist groups offering money and meaning. But deep beneath the dust, something stirred: a whisper, a spark, a desire to rise, not just survive. In early 2024, the dust-covered roads of Burkina Faso witnessed a scene no one expected. Over 900 massive construction machines, bulldozers, excavators, rollers, and trucks roared to life across the countryside. This wasn't a foreign military invasion. It was a homegrown revolution. This was the launch of the Faso Meboa initiative, a national rebirth mission unlike anything seen before in the region. The phrase Faso Meboa loosely translates to "let's build Burkina," not by watching, not by begging, but by doing. This was not a symbolic project. It was a blueprint of action, a call to every Burkinabe: we will no longer wait. We will no longer suffer. We will rise. And the vision? Build 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers of new paved roads every year, construct affordable housing for thousands of displaced and poor families, bring electricity, water, education, and healthcare To neglected villages, empower local workers and youth to be the builders, not bystanders. But it wasn't just about asphalt and cement. It was about freedom. A paved road meant a mother could reach a hospital in time. A power line meant a student could study at night. A bus route meant a farmer could sell his crops before they spoiled. This wasn't just nation building. It was liberation through logistics. President Traoré didn't outsource the dream to foreign contractors. He trusted his people, local engineers, local labor, local ideas. And soon a country that had been dismissed as too poor, too unstable, too broken, began laying the foundation of something miraculous. Every revolution reaches a crossroads, the moment where vision must confront time, where spirit must battle fatigue, and where momentum must become legacy. As Burkina Faso paves thousands of kilometers of roads, empowers its youth, and inspires neighboring countries, one question now looms large. Can the dream endure the next decade? The risks ahead. 1. Political instability. In a region where coups and transitions are frequent, the biggest risk isn't war, it's inconsistency. What happens if President Traoré is removed? Will the next leader honor the dream or dismantle it? Global interference. Not everyone is cheering for Burkina Faso. Foreign interests threatened by a rising, independent Africa may attempt to sabotage funding, stir internal unrest, or weaponize media narratives to discredit the initiative. Economic pressure. Without long-term revenue, how will the nation sustain such massive development? Will inflation rise? Will corruption return? The line between revolution and recession is razor thin. The hope that fuels the nation. And yet, there is something stronger than risk. Belief. The belief of a farmer whose crops now reach the market. The belief of a schoolgirl studying under solar lights. The belief of a mother who can reach a hospital in 30 minutes, not 3 hours. These aren't just metrics. They are milestones. Traoré's government has begun investing in education, agriculture, local manufacturing, and clean energy sectors that, if stabilized, could anchor the nation through the coming decades. And most importantly, the people have tasted progress. And once you've tasted freedom, you never forget the flavor. In a world obsessed with speed, Burkina Faso is choosing something rarer: direction. This is not a story about roads. This is a story about reclaiming destiny, about a land rising from the ruins of colonial scars, global neglect, and generational silence to declare, we will build, we will rise, and we will not wait for permission. President Ibrahim Traoré's vision is not perfect. It's messy, difficult, and uncertain, but it is real. And what makes it extraordinary is not that a government is building roads, but that people are building purpose. They are laying down more than asphalt. They are laying down the foundation of a self-reliant Africa, one that refuses to be pitied, policed, or patronized. And in the quiet hum of construction machines, in the laughter of children on school buses, and in the dignity of farmers transporting their harvest, we hear the sound of something rare. You've just witnessed a story the world isn't showing you, a story of struggle, vision, and quiet revolution. If this inspired you, if you believe Africa deserves to tell its own stories, hit that like button now. Leave a comment. What do you think is the future of Burkina Faso and the African continent? And most importantly, subscribe to Explore Unknown, because here, we uncover the stories that matter, the stories they won't tell you, the stories that change everything.